Adam, what are you doing in here?
Well, I could ask you the same question.
Suppose I could ask you the same thing, Delara.
I'm worried about Vince Black, the head of our organized crime division. I was leaving a message for Director Miller asking if he's heard from him.
Black's still deep undercover inside the Diwali organization, isn't he?
The kind of deep that can be hard to swim back from sometimes, yeah. He's supposed to meet with me once a week so I can bring him back into the shallows, only he never showed for our first meeting.
From what I know of the Diwali, their influence extends outside of the Czech Republic. Maybe he's out of town.
Maybe. Maybe you could find out?
Okay.
Sure. I think I can do some digging around for you. When was the last time you heard from him?
First and last time was in his office a few days ago. He seemed antsy, kind of nervous that I was there, you know?
Well, then maybe I'll poke around his office a little while I'm here.
Why stop now, right? Well, listen, Adam, Lyon's waiting on my initial batch of reports, and I'm sure Director Miller wouldn't be too pleased to find us standing in his office, so... Unless there's something else, I think this is where I'll check out.
Is there anything in Black's psyche, Val, that leads you to believe he's capable of maybe undermining the task force? Is there a chance he's gone off reservation?
Human beings are predisposed to damaging everything they come into contact with. Of course he's capable. As am I. As are you.
So these evaluations you conduct with him, they're useless in determining a course of action he might take.
I don't have a crystal ball. And Black's last eval predates my arrival here. Nonetheless, it's still helping me understand what he's dealing with on a subconscious level. That he may be in trouble. I wish I had something more concrete for you to go on.
You mentioned Leon is expecting your first batch of reports. You don't answer to Director Miller?
I'm a civilian employee, specializing in habituating deep cover operatives.
You're not an agent. So why did you choose to work with badges?
I started out working for LIM International, helping patients cope with the emotional strain of augmentation. After the incident, I needed to change my focus. Interpol was looking, so I moved my clinic to the public sector.
So you answer directly to Joseph Manderley?
It was Joe's idea to get a psychological clinic up and running inside our field offices. But listen, Adam, I have a small mountain of agent files to process, so if there isn't anything else...
Joe, huh? Sounds like you and Manderley are close.
We're close because I used his first name?
Well, you said you joined TF-29 after the incident. I assume that maybe you and Manderley started together when the task force was launched.
No. I arrived after Joe did. Look, Adam, we should probably get out of here, don't you think?
Come on.
Yeah, you're probably right. I am curious, though, where Manderley came from exactly. Heard he jumped over quite a few heads to get to the big chair at TF-29. Must have some pretty influential friends pulling strings.
Why the interest in our boss?
I'd just like to know who everyone is.
If Joe had help, I'm sure it was from people who share his vision for what this task force could become. Anyway, listen, I really do think it's best if we get out of Miller's office before he returns, so if you'll excuse me...
Okay. Alright, so we're out of Miller's office. Where am I supposed to be going? Over there. Your hair is very bouncy. Search Vincent Black's office. Train ticket, huh? To Berlin. Let's see what he's got in his computer.
trace program initiated. Access granted.
Thank you. Alright. Vincent, where are you? Do you have my information? It's not so easy for me to betray my husband. I have your ticket. Berlin, one way. Then we have a deal. Meet me at the Red Queen in 1 hour. Why so long? The Red Queen is a dangerous place for this kind of business. I have one last thing to take care of. Do you want this over with or not? Fine. I'll be waiting.
Delara, I'm in Vince's office. I think I have a lead. An appointment Vince made with an informant.
That sounds promising, Adam. You willing to follow up?
Only way to find out what happened to him.
If something happened to him. Let's not assume the worst just yet.
Okay. Vince, our people in Moscow confirmed that the Diwali are shipping unlicensed augs out of the Czech Republic. We suspect the majority are leaving via unmarked trucks, but it's difficult to know for sure right now because it's definitely looking like some of the police are taking backhanders to look the other way. Worse, if someone desperate enough to deal with the devil can't pay enough or nobody will miss them, seems the Diwali are happy to pocket what little they have and sell them to third parties for labor, sex, or spare parts. The team is still compiling the full report. It's pretty nauseating. Okay, so he was investigating human trafficking. Then... bloop. Okay. Let's do this. This is like the longest elevator ride. No, I take that back. There's Mass Effect.
Janus heard the NSN conversation we recovered. He agrees you two should meet.
Good. Just tell me where.
There's an abandoned tourist information center in the central plaza. Make sure you're not followed. And I got something on Marchenko for you too. Details are on a pocket secretary near the meetup point. Look for a trash bin with a chalk mark above it. You'll find it near the metro.
Got it.
Trash bin with a chalk mark. Cool. But right now, I'm doing this. Okay? Ooh.
What if we're being watched right now? You overthink about that.
Okay.
They're so creepy. You remind me of my fighting their way out of a bag.
Okay.
Over here! Come on.
So what's going on in here then?
Was I right about this place or what?
Absolutely. The architecture in the old sector was great. But this area is absolutely amazing.
So which of these people?
What about you?
Maybe, yeah, that looks like her.
Then
Are you Vincent Black? It's me, Dobromila. Please, you... No, you are too... I'm sorry. I have made a mistake. I'm waiting for someone.
I know about your meeting. And I'm as eager to find Vince as you are. Maybe we can help each other.
Who are you? What is it you think you know?
Vince and I work together. I know who he is. I know what he does. And I know there are people worried about him.
Is he in danger? Has something happened to him?
I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I get the feeling he's not the only one who might be in danger. That was some shot in the dark. You had no way of knowing who I was, why I was here.
It wasn't a total shot in the dark. You're obviously not Diwali. Though I should have known right away that Vince Black wouldn't be augmented. I should be more discreet. We both should.
kind of trouble are you in exactly?
Vince wanted me to tell information about my husband's operation. Vlista runs a... It's something Vince was digging into. Come closer. Pretend you're kissing my neck.
Your husband runs a Diwali operation. I'm assuming there are people in here who know who he is. You don't think me kissing his wife might draw unwanted attention?
Flirting is one thing. They expect it. He cheats on me, I cheat on him. But his business is something else entirely. We must be discreet, darling. Please, I'll tell you whatever I can. Whatever you want. But not here. This isn't the time to ask questions. You understand, yes?
We should talk somewhere else.
I am leaving by train tonight. There is a secluded courtyard by the tracks. Shikashka. Go before me and I'll meet you there. I don't want anyone to see us walking out together.
You sure you'll be alright until then?
I've survived marriage to that man for this long. I think I can make it one more night. I'll be okay. I just need another drink to get my courage up and to loosen my tongue. We'll see each other soon. I promise.
Something tells me it's not gonna end well for you.
Whiskey, am I right?
Well, well.
You remind me of my... Never mind. What time do you get off?
Yep. How much do we want to bet that we go to this place and what we find is... Dang it. You know, she's died and they send somebody after us.
Talara, you there?
What is it, Adam? Any word on what happened to Vince?
I just spoke to his contact. A woman he was supposed to meet to get info on some Diwali op. Problem is, he never showed up.
I have a really bad feeling about this. Do whatever you can, Adam, to pick up his trail. Let's hope he's alright.
Let's hope so. He's probably dead. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe she won't die because I didn't ask her questions while we were in there. I hope that's the case. That would be an interesting turn of events, that if you didn't, like, listen to her and stop talking when she asked you to, it ends up getting her killed, but you got some information. But if you didn't do that, then she is still alive to give you the information later. That would be interesting.
I want to make sure I wasn't followed.
Okay. You shouldn't
I
smoke.
think it is safe for us to talk here. Finally, together we can make Vlesta pay.
Vlasta, your husband. What's this about exactly? You said you have information.
Smuggling. Weapons. Drugs. Whores. You name it, darling. All of it is heading east. I have the address of the locker where everything is stored. And I have the code to get in. You will see for yourself. And then you will do what you think is best.
You want me to shut down your husband's smuggling operation. Why?
I agreed to sell out my husband in exchange for a new life. Vince and I were still negotiating the details. You are looking for Vince, trying to pick up his trail. I guess I am negotiating with you now.
How did you know to trust Vince with all this? What made you believe he can help?
I didn't know. Not for sure. All I knew is that very few are willing to stand up to men like my husband. I had heard that Vince Black was one of those men. But when he didn't show up to our meeting, I don't know what to think of him anymore. I put my faith in you now.
Do you know of any other ways to contact Vince? Or do you know anything that might explain why he didn't show up?
All I know is that Vince wanted information about my husband. And that my husband... Lester knew the name Vince Black. He cursed it often. I believe he feared Vince.
Cool.
What else do I need to know about your husband?
Lester is like all young Diwali. You cannot argue with them. You cannot intimidate them. You cannot appeal to their heart. All he cares about is delivering on time. And chasing after women who are not his wife.
Is that why you want to get back at him? Because of something he's done to you?
I have no illusions about who I married. I know he was ambitious, eager to please the wrong kinds of men. But I didn't think he would turn into this monster. I want him to test failure, to have to walk home with his tail between his legs.
If I get involved in this, there's a chance he might not walk home at all.
What you do with the information I sell you is up to you. All I care about now is starting over.
All this sneaking around, exposing your husband's criminal activities. How much danger do you think you're in?
I don't know. I was scared waiting inside that damn club. Paranoid. But I think the worst is over. I'll be out of Prague within the hour and he'll never see me again. Assuming you can pay, of course.
Alright, this information you have, how much do you want for it?
The price of a ticket to Berlin, with enough left over to start my new life. That is what Vince and I had agreed. They say Berlin is a good city for those wanting to be lost.
Here, the ticket's already been bought, open-ended. You leave when you want.
All right. Thank you. My husband owns a storage locker next to the Palisade Bank. The code is 2565. It is the centerpiece of his operation. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I hope so too.
You have the information you need to take down my husband's operation.
Yeah, smoking's really bad for you, lady. Read the map. Scribbled a map on the back of an old receipt. Alright, let's take a look. Oops. So there's the bank. And the thing is around to the right of it. Cool.
Delara, that Diwali op Vince was digging into. I've got the address of a smuggling locker he was looking for.
Maybe he's still looking. Or maybe he found it some other way. This information, you came by it how exactly?
The informant Vince was supposed to meet. She agreed to work with me instead.
That doesn't surprise me. You're good at gaining people's trust, Adam. It's a rare skill.
Point is, I got a lead. I'll let you know what I find.
What today? Far enough, Hanzar. I need to see your paperwork.
Really? This again?
Well, since you asked so nicely.
I'm not paid to be nice. I'm paid to make sure you fuck. Here, everything looks to be up to date. I don't know who sponsors you, but you must have some friends in high places.
Mm-hmm.
Make no trouble. Are we really doing any good? Master kisses as he gets ahead.
Hmm. Okay. No, I don't want to turn the sink on. I'm sorry for wasting the water. Okay. Hey, ebook. The Australian Conflict. So it looks like there were some problems with Australia after the AUG incident. Stun gun. There's just all kinds of stuff. So this wasn't a way in, huh? Because of course it wasn't. But we got a bio cell out of it, so cool. Can you climb up these things? It looks like a ladder you could hack or something. Because I always have to take the hard way. Apparently I've already broken in here. Interesting. Now, who the heck are you? You don't appear to be an enemy.
Who are you? What are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing here? If Blaster sees you, waiting alone was part of the deal.
Vlasta, huh? What kind of deal? Why are you locked up in here?
I don't know who you are or what you want, but me getting out of here is non-negotiable. You need to leave.
I got a tip about a Diwali smuggling operation being run through here. One that may or may not involve someone I'm looking for. And headed by your friend, Vlasta.
Vlasta's not my friend. He's a necessary evil. Are you some kind of cop? I know all about cops. The ones I met in Golem were very good at introducing themselves.
I'm not like them.
Look, I'm not from here. My name is Olivier. 5 months ago, I was pulled from a train. I didn't have a ticket. They checked my name and saw that in university years ago. I was part of a radical group. 50 students, we were nothing. But it is enough for them to drag me into Golem. Since then, I have spent every minute of every day trying to get out. And now that I'm close, you're not going to ruin it for me.
You're paying the Diwalis to be their cargo. There's gotta be better ways of getting out of Prague.
Not legal ones. Not for me. Vlasta's my best shot of getting past the checkpoints. I got the rest of the money and now he's going to get me all the way to Rabia. I am not going back to Golem. Do you have any idea how bad it is?
Gollum was hell. It is hell. I understand doing whatever it takes to get as far away as possible.
If you believe that, then you have to leave. I promised Vince I would follow the rules. If Laster finds you here, he'll get paranoid and call off our deal. And then he'll call Vince.
Vince Black? What's his role in all of this?
He's the one I had to pay to get to Vlasta.
You had to pay him where? When's the last time you saw him?
2 days ago, the basement of a convenience store in Davni Upwood. It was not far from the gates. That is all I know. Please, this is my ticket now. Do you understand? Promise me.
I came here to find out what happened to Vince Black. What else can you tell me about your dealings with him?
You pay these cops in Golem a lot of money and they get you to Vince's apartment. Then you pay Vince. Then Blaster comes to pick up the cargo, so then you pay Blaster. Blaster and Vince, they had some kind of fight about money. About the location of this place. Blaster's men blindfolded me and brought me here and told me to wait. It's Blaster! Look, nothing you do here can change the fact that the Diwalis move contraband through the city. It's what they do. It's something they'll always find a way to do. You stop this truck and others will still make it out. The only difference is that I won't be on any of them.
I need to meet Katka at the club by 9.
Katka might have to wait.
Who sent you?
I'm just here to see my friend off, make sure she's in good hands. As long as I have no reason to worry about Olivier, you have no reason to worry about me.
See her off? This look like an air lounge to you?
I didn't tell anyone. I swear.
Whatever you're going to do, Vrasta, do it quick.
I don't like surprises. When people break my terms, it makes me want to break things. Or maybe not break them, maybe strip them down. Sell them for parts.
Excuse me?
You're a businessman running a business, Vlasta. Part of that business is built on getting people like Olivier out of places like Gollum, places like Prague. Only way for you to maintain your reputation here is to fulfill your agreement with her.
Wrong. My reputation is built on people not fucking with me. People not wasting my time. You should both be dead already. The only reason I'm holding back. You should both be dead.
This one, I guess.
The reason you haven't shot me yet is because you know gunfire will draw the attention of every cop in Prague. That's why we both need a way out of this that's quick and simple and quiet.
He's right, Vlasta.
Okay, so let's say I'm in a hurry, and that I'm not eager to attract the attention of the police. That doesn't mean I have to take Olivier with me, or that I have to let you walk out of here alive. There are quiet ways to kill men.
Doubtful, buddy. A hollow and self-centered personality. Vlasta will interpret any unforeseen complication as a personal affront. Any social interaction in which he is not in complete control may be perceived as an attack on his manhood. He is capable of being reasonable if his existence is at stake, though he is just as likely to lash out when cornered.
Trust me, there's no quick and quiet way for you to take me out. Your only efficient solution is Olivier getting in the truck and me walking away. She won't be a problem because she gets what she wants, and I won't be a problem because I don't want to jeopardize her.
Alright, we'll take Olivier to Rabia, like we promised. And I like the idea of never seeing you again. You walk away and you don't tell anybody about any of this. Because if anything goes wrong, if I regret this, she's the one who's going to pay for it.
For your sake, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Alright. Hopefully I didn't screw things up for you, babes. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Alright.
Can't defend against that kind of heat.
Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on in this hellhole. Nope, nothing behind there. Okay.
Delara, I found Vince. You were
I
right
did?
to have a bad feeling.
What are you
Oh,
saying,
dear.
Adam? Is he...
Yeah.
He should have been pulled months ago. It's all over his profile. Vince lost his edge. A person tries to be two things at once, sometimes he ends up not being either of them. He becomes lost.
I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna let you be the one to break this to Miller.
Right. Of course. Be careful out there, Adam.
Yikes. He has a stiletto? What is that about? Goodbye, Vince. So Vince Black is Zarnabog. Zarnabog is Vince Black. How long did you expect to live two lives without me finding out? And to think you might have kept fooling us had you not told her. She's very good, isn't she? Knows how to make a man feel safe. Loved, even. By the time you read this, Vlasta will be holding a gun to your face. I asked him to give you something before pulling the trigger. She said it was your favorite. Yikes. Dude got played. Ooh, did they like break his knees? That sucks. Sorry, buddy. That's real unfortunate. Oh, hey. Crafting parts. Crafting parts behind the fridge. Why can't I get back there? There we go. Don't like the new psychologist. She's asking questions about us. Getting a little too interested. Probably goes into our office when we're not there. I changed the code to the safe just in case. It's now 7913. Huh. So was he talking to himself? Like, it's a message to Zarnabog from Vince. Like, it seems like he was a little bit off his rocker. Just a little bit. Okay. Good deal. Well, I'm glad we helped that lady. That was pretty cool. So what do we have going on?